Okay, so, well, it's an homage to the Resistance.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most poorly produced, ill-conceived, or even ruinous television ads ever.
Head on, apply directly to the forehead.
Number 20, Felicia the Goat, Mountain Dew. Rapper Tyler, the Creator, voiced a naughty goat in a triptych of Mountain Dew ads that he also directed under the credit Wolf Haley.
Get out of it!
You're a nasty goat!
The saga features Felicia attacking a waitress because the restaurant didn't have Mountain Dew, getting pulled over with a trunk full of the drink, and being identified by said waitress in a police lineup.
You thought you was gonna catch me? Keep your mouth shut.
No.
Keep your mouth shut.
Well, it's less of a saga than an episodic outpouring of noisy sight gags. Even worse is the flippancy about assault and racial stereotypes. The backlash prompted PepsiCo to pull the ads and issue an apology, alongside Tyler's manager. Tyler himself has defended his creative vision, registering on Instagram with the username Felicia the Goat. The public, on the other half, feel he could do better.
You're never gonna catch me!
Number 19, Gifting Out, Kmart. Don't you hate it when someone gets too into sending gifts?
Think they're gifting out.
Gifting out?
Kmart went even more obnoxious with a series of promotions for their 2013 Christmas sales.
Gifting out? Because of the great deals they got at Kmart. Right.
In them, the doorbuster deals are so great that customers get stuck in a horrifying loop of celebration. But viewers were distracted by this bizarre premise and the actors' repetitive squealing. Never mind that gifts aren't supposed to have audio. The commercials did indeed go viral, albeit with decidedly unenthusiastic feedback. Kmart was already courting controversy for a Jingle Bells bit that season, and a creepy Christmas ad released 3 months early. Years later, though, the awfulness of the Gifting Out campaign still bears repeating.
Kmart, get in, get more Christmas.
Number 18, Pipe Job, Hyundai. The Hyundai iX3's hydrogen fuel cell was a great innovation that was hard to demonstrate in ads. The Motor Group's UK division did so in the darkest way. The ad titled Pipe Job depicts a forlorn man sitting in the car with a pipe plugged into the exhaust. Thankfully, he changes his mind after surviving the water emissions over the course of a day. Of course, the insensitively humored scenario sparked huge controversy. Pipe Job didn't make it to television before it was pulled by Hyundai, who claimed they didn't sign off on the marketing firm's final product. The company's attempt to protect itself merely inspired further criticism of their lack of oversight with this twisted showcase of a well-intentioned feature. Number 17, The Baby, PlayStation 3. Not only does this commercial make absolutely no sense, but it's incredibly creepy. The ad is for the PlayStation 3 and features a baby doll in a room with a console, and we slowly watch it come alive, laugh, and cry. We suppose it's crying because of the beauty of the PS3, but if it's not, then we really have no idea. This ad was part of a $150 million campaign, and we think that the person in charge of that money should have been fired immediately, or they could at least reimburse us for our therapy bills. Number 16, Depression Hurts, Cymbalta.
When you're depressed, where do you want to go? Nowhere.
There are only 2 countries in the entire world that allow direct-to-consumer pharmaceutical ads: the United States and New Zealand. They're often awful, but none more so than this Cymbalta ad.
Cymbalta can help. Cymbalta is a prescription medication that treats many symptoms of depression.
Cymbalta is a brand name for duloxetine, which is used to combat depression. Not only is the commercial itself depressing, but the darker material is followed by a full minute of the narrator listing its possible side effects, which include fun things like tremors, seizures, and hallucinations.
Dizziness or fainting may occur upon standing. Side effects include nausea, dry mouth, and constipation.
When people think of awful prescription ads, a commercial like this is what immediately springs to mind. Ask your doctor.
Depression hurts. Cymbalta can help.
Number 15, Sad Robot, General Motors. As if automation weren't already an insult to the labor force, General Motors didn't exactly ingratiate consumers with this Super Bowl promo. When an assembly line robot is fired over a minor mistake, it struggles to find work elsewhere. It's just about to jump off of a bridge when the whole thing is revealed to be a dream. Even when their minds drift off of work, GM's robots consistently deliver high-quality engineering. But maybe they should have vetted the quality of this ad. The already disturbing premise was a tasteless parody of the desperate workers these robots were disenfranchising. GM apologized for promoting the human cost and removing human error, but their own with this ad remains infamous.
The GM 100,000-mile warranty. It's got everyone at GM obsessed with quality.
Number 14, QR code, Coinbase. Hold your praise for the budgetary pragmatism with this commercial for Super Bowl 56. Coinbase spent $13 million on a QR code bouncing around the screen for 60 seconds. When scanned, it unlocked a promo for $15 in Bitcoin and entry into a cash giveaway for new users. That's a lot of work for this so-called less talk, more Bitcoin campaign. Never mind the sheer lazy oddity in this pricey commercial. The thing is, it worked. The Coinbase app crashed from the traffic following the ad. It's even been cited as an influence on a trend of placing QR codes in commercials. Curiosity is an effective pressure point, but Coinbase pressing so brazenly was at least creatively cheap. Number 13, I'm the Cashman, Oliver Jewelry.
Hello! I'm Russell Oliver, and I buy your used jewelry.
Oliver Jewelry is a jewelry company with multiple stores in Ontario, Canada. And any Canadian in the Greater Toronto area that has ever watched cheap daytime TV knows the signature call of Oliver.
I love gold. Bring me your old gold, and I'll give you cash.
His commercials are well known for their horrible, cheap quality and for Oliver himself, who is clearly reading from a script with the least amount of enthusiasm possible. Couple this with the awful auto-tune song, and you have one of the worst commercials ever.
I'm the cash man. I'll give you money for your gold, oh yeah.
Meanwhile, his signature catchphrase is just the icing on the awful bitter cake. Everybody say it with us now. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Number 12, The Dead Boy, Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side.
I'll never learn to ride a bike.
Not when you're making depressing commercials like this, they're not. The commercial aired during the 2015 Super Bowl, and as everyone knows, those commercials are supposed to be fun and adventurous, for the most part. But then we were treated to this, an ad featuring a young male narrator who turns out to be dead.
I couldn't grow up.
This caused significant backlash among viewers. Nationwide, the insurance company behind it, even responded, saying that it was meant to start a conversation. If that conversation was about how Nationwide scarred everyone, then yes, we suppose it succeeded.
Together, we can make safe happen.
Number 11, Pandas, Sales Genie. Here we have another Super Bowl commercial, one that is depressing for different reasons.
Ling Ling, I am not going back to the zoo.
Then we need a sales miracle.
Sales Genie, which is an online business and consumer-led generation tool, decided that airing a commercial starring cartoon pandas with stereotypical Chinese accents would be a good idea, but they were sadly mistaken.
Thank you, Sales Genie.
The commercial was quickly branded as offensive and racist, so the CEO of Info USA, Sales Genie's parent company, pulled the ad from the air. They stated that they never thought anyone would take offense because the pandas themselves are Chinese. It makes so much sense now. Number 10, Ashton Kutcher's dating video, Pop Chips. Ashton Kutcher lovers must have felt punked by him looking for love with Pop Chips. The company hired him as a marketing consultant for and the star of a series of mock dating videos. Kutcher's stereotypical bachelors include a Bollywood producer, an American biker, a British hippie, and a Karl Lagerfeld spoof. Oh yeah.
So who am I? I am Dara.
And Pop Chips barely pop up. It was an embarrassing vanity project even without the outrage over Kutcher's exaggerated brown face, including from Indian American celebrities.
Okay, look, maybe Pop Chips consciously didn't want to offend minorities, but subconsciously they knew they could get away with clowning Indians and Asians.
Pop Chips naturally pulled the ad, but Kutcher has never publicly spoken about it or the controversy. If anything, that has only made the Misguided campaign more of a stain on Kutcher and Pop Chips brands.
Life is short. Strike a match.
Number 9, Bar Raffaelli and Water, GoDaddy.
There are two sides to GoDaddy.
The web domain registrar GoDaddy was infamous for his randomly racy ads. The most notorious, produced for Super Bowl 43, attempted to explain their logic.
There's the sexy side represented by Bar Raffaelli, and the smart side that creates a killer website for your small business, represented by Walter.
Motorsports star Danica Patrick presents supermodel Bar Raffaelli to represent the company's sex appeal, and the most generic looking of nerds to represent tech savviness. The two very different mascots then share a passionate kiss seen round the world. The commercial ultimately says little about GoDaddy as a service. Audiences simply saw it as a tawdry stunt that both objectified Raffaelli and insulted background actor Jesse Heyman's stereotyped appearance. At least the latter's career was bolstered by the viral sensation. It also boosted GoDaddy, though the backlash still convinced them to abandon salacious marketing.
Get your domain and website at GoDaddy.com.
Number 8. Spong Monkeys, Quiznos.
We love these songs! 'Cause they are good to us!
We have no idea what Quiznos was thinking when they decided to take on the Spong Monkeys. These annoying singing primates first appeared on the web singing a song called We Like the Moon in a video that went viral. Quiznos apparently thought that video was absolutely hilarious, as the Spong Monkeys appeared in another ad to sing We Love the Subs.
They got a pimple bar!
It was quickly removed after countless complaints about its irritating nature and how unfunny it was. We're thinking they may have also gotten some complaints about how people wanted to scream as well every time the ad came on TV.
Quiznos.
Toast.
Number 7. There you are, Chanel number 5.
It's not a journey. Every journey ends, but we go on.
We're not sure how Chanel managed to mess up a commercial starring Brad Pitt. Pitt may be the first man you want to promote your perfume on television, but he also did a terrible job of it.
Plans disappear. Dreams take over.
The commercial is needlessly dramatic, as the whole thing is in black and white, with Pitt talking to the camera like he's trying out for his new Oscar bait role.
My luck, my fate.
It's way too over the top for a simple perfume ad, and the dialogue tries far too hard to be poetic. So naturally, it was parodied and mocked for years.
Chanel number 5. Inevitable.
Number 6. Tibet, Groupon. The plight and cultural repression of the Tibetan people is worth promoting to Americans.
This is Timothy Hutton. The people of Tibet are in trouble.
Of course, Groupon wanted to hype their money-saving services during Super Bowl 45. They did so with actor Timothy Hutton narrating serene images of Tibet before appearing in a restaurant to discuss the deals he got on the local cuisine.
We're each getting $30 worth of Tibetan food for just $15 at Himalayan Restaurant in Chicago.
This was part of Groupon's controversial campaign to spoof celebrity activism, which features similar ads about whaling and deforestation. Many saw the Tibet ad as a satire of Westerners' ignorance of Eastern culture. Many more felt that its comic belittlement exemplified such ignorance. Either way, Groupon was prompted to finally pull their lazy and tasteless ad campaign, whose misguidance is still being studied.
Save the money. Unlock great deals in your town. Groupon.com.
Number 5. Kenya, Just for Feet.
It's a match!
The sportswear retailer Just for Feet exploded throughout the 1990s. What should have been a triumphant promo during Super Bowl 33 ultimately caused an implosion. The sloppily edited commercial features a group of white hunters who track an athletic runner in the Kenyan savannah. They sedate him and force him to wear Nike shoes. The premise is too confusing, especially with the distraction of racist and xenophobic overtones. Just for Feet blamed the advertising firm Saatchi & Saatchi, which had full creative control in the commercial's production. Such a gross oversight didn't exactly save the company's tattered reputation going into the 2000s. Their malpractice suit against Saatchi & Saatchi fell through after Just for Feet declared bankruptcy, before being sold to Footstar Inc.
Just for Feet!
Number 4. Apply directly to the forehead, head on.
Head on, apply directly to the forehead. Head on, apply directly to the forehead.
One of the most notorious commercials ever, Head On's cheap and annoying ad got the attention of millions and started an internet phenomenon.
Head on, apply directly to the forehead. Head on, apply directly to the forehead.
The commercial simply consists of the lines, head on, apply directly to the forehead, with the model doing just that. Not only is it painfully annoying, but no other information is given about the product, leaving viewers both irritated and confused.
Head on, apply directly to the forehead. Head on.
The ad soon became famous online and was referenced in a disaster movie. The company itself even acknowledged how bad it was in subsequent commercials.
Head on. I hate your commercial, but I love your product.
Number 3, Live for Now, Pepsi. The American political climate in 2017 could drive anyone to drink. Everyone may as well drink PepsiCo, apparently.
Some said never, but they never done come.
Their Live for Now film features a diverse ensemble of young people drinking Pepsi and protesting police brutality. When celebrity socialite Kylie Jenner joins the demonstration, she convinces police to join the Pepsi party. It was the mother of all misguided virtue signal commercials, which is really saying something. The company's attempt to reach politically minded youths was seen as a trivialization, complete with an homage to the 2016 photograph taking a stand in Baton Rouge. The commercial was itself met with much parody on top of historic online backlash. PepsiCo pulled Live for Now after one day, but may never live it down. Number 2, making some changes, Holiday Inn. It's already tasteless to compare Holiday Inn's luxury renovations to a woman's plastic surgery.
Lips, $3,000. New chest, $8,000.
Never mind that when she approaches an old friend at their high school reunion, he recognizes her as Bob Johnson. When this ad aired during Super Bowl 31, the criticism was not only of the budget hotel brand's crudely humored methods for sexing up their brand.
It's amazing the changes you can make for a few $1,000s.
Holiday Inn pulled the ad in response to transphobic protests. It holds a more mixed legacy in the trans community, especially as the actress Karen Dior was trans.
Hi, Tom.
The majority who deem the commercial objectifying at best and transphobic at worst see it as timelessly offensive. But those who embrace the beautifying fantasy affirm the ineffectiveness of the misguided product pitch.
Holiday Inn, on the way.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Baby Soft, Loves.
There's one person nobody can resist.
For this commercial, we're going all the way back to the mid-70s, when ads seemed to be widely inappropriate all the time. In this ad, the company Loves is advertising their fragrance called Baby Soft, which was meant to give adults the scent of a baby because innocence is sexy.
Foaming bath, body lotion, body powder, and body mist.
If that wasn't odd enough, we're also treated to a full-grown woman seductively licking a lollipop. This commercial is wrong on so many levels, but mostly in how it implies that men are into the smell of babies. Let's just never speak of this again, Loves.
For your baby at Christmas.
What are some other commercials that stuck with you in all the wrong ways? Promote them in the comments down below.
You can find them at the market. We talking about flea market. Montgomery. It's just like a mini mall.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.